This is just a short beginner's introduction to Java interfaces. Now before we get started, I just want to clear up one possible source of confusion, and that is the Java interface is nothing like a user interface. They're quite different things, so don't get those confused. Okay, so let's get started. Now here we have a typical class inheritance diagram. The class animal has four subclasses that inherit the methods, that is, animal behaviours, run and eat. But what if we're asked to add some pet behaviours for the domestic animals only? Perhaps a bee-friendly method for only the cat and the dog. How would we go about doing that? Well, one way to do that would be to add the bee-friendly method to the animal class so that the pets will inherit it. That would work, but it does mean that some very unfriendly animals, like the lion and the wolf, would also have that behaviour available to them as well. Also, cats and dogs are friendly in different ways, so we would likely want to override the bee-friendly method in a lot of cases. For that reason, this solution is not really ideal. Another approach might be to add bee-friendly as an abstract method. Abstract methods have no body and must be overridden at the next level of inheritance, otherwise an error is generated. This allows for variations in the bee-friendly method, but it would mean that we would need to always override the bee-friendly method for every class extended from animal. In the case of wolf, for instance, we would have to write a bee-friendly method which did nothing. So this solution has problems as well. A third option would be to add bee-friendly methods individually to the domestic animals. This allows for individual bee-friendly behaviour, but it opens the way to inconsistencies in how different programmers might write the bee-friendly method, and it loses the advantages provided by inheritance. Fortunately, Java provides an ideal solution to this scenario in interfaces. An interface is a collection of abstract methods which we could make available to the classes that need them. So the domestic animals can inherit a collection of individual tailored pet methods without the disadvantages of all the other options. Let's see how this looks in a class diagram. In this class diagram, you can see that all the animals are subclasses of animal, but the domestic animals also have the pet interface with the bee-friendly method ready to be overridden with each pet's friendly behaviours. So it forms the best solution to the scenario that we're working with. So how does this look in code? Well, we write the pet interface as shown with the abstract method or methods. Note that the abstract method has no body and just ends with a semicolon. The body will be added by the class. Then we write the class for our pet, which extends animal and implements the pet interface. In that class, we have to override all the abstract methods with the code to be executed. If there are abstract methods in the interface which we don't want to use, you still need to override them, but with a do-nothing method, just the header with nothing between the braces. Once the interface is written, it can be used for any class as appropriate. For instance, if you had a pet robot, you can add the pet behaviours without any connection to animals. Here the robot is friendly, but it can't eat or run. You might notice some of this is starting to look a bit familiar, as listeners are interfaces, and we've been using listeners in some earlier exercises. Hopefully now you can better understand listeners in this context. Thank you, and I hope you found this brief overview useful.